Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another, or should I say the first Chelsea career mode video. Now this is incredibly late. I am so sorry. YouTube hates me, and I've had to spend about 2 hours editing down this 1 hour video down to like 14 minutes, I think it is, and it's insanely annoying. But yeah, here it is, finally, about a week and 2 days late. It's going up. Yes, so let's get straight into it. First of all, I do set out the squad for my first few games if I don't manage to make any signings before the first friendly. And yeah, I'm just sending out all my scouts to different countries. I think send one to France, England, Germany, and Spain, I think, but I have no idea. So what I want to get basically is a left back and a right back, and I'm stupid, I didn't know there was a full back option, so I just put one for left back and one for right back, which is a bit stupid of me. And this is basically my first time ever playing FIFA 14 career mode. I knew how it basically worked, but I was a bit of a noob with some of the button pressing, and with the attributes I basically put in my perfect kind of player, like promising and first team quality, which doesn't really work. You want either promising or first team quality. And you guys might be wondering, why can't you hear any sound from the video and just my voice? It's because I actually had to mute all the sound from the game just so that I could get it over and done with. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna just talk through this. So we're setting up the right back and the left back exactly the same, and then all I also wanted to get was I think it was a striker. As you can see, me messing around with the age, so I went for striker. I wanted to get a striker and see who was kind of good, because there's going to be massive differences, and I hadn't checked Foothead at all. So I looked for my perfect striker. I'm pretty sure I'd only get like one result back, 1 or 0, and I'm sad to say that I actually got 0 results back for my perfect striker. As you can see, tall, aerial threat, pacey, promising, strong hand, first team quality. If you find anyone like that, guys, just wow, you are freaking lucky. So I also wanted to look for a defensive mid, kind of as a last option. I already had Ramirez and John Obi Mikel, who were good enough, really. But you know, John Obi Mikel, he's not the best. But saying that, when I actually got into the games, he was one of the best players in the team. No jokes. He's incredibly tall and strong. His stamina's great. And he's not very fast, but he's got enough. He's got almost 70 pace, and in a sense defensive mid, or you know, kind of defensive midfield role. You don't really need that. So eventually I do go with the formation 4-3-3 holding. I think it is, with a CDM instead of 3 CMs, a CDM and 2 CMs. And then eventually later in the series I did change it to a 4-3-3 attacking, because I can tell that my defense is strong enough. And I kind of need a cam, so here are some offers. I put in a counter offer for Torres. I can't remember what it was, maybe 10 million. Then reject those two for Czech and David Luiz. Then I got one for Ramirez, and Ramirez, he's 26, he's 80 overall. You know, he's a good player, but if I could get a decent amount of money for him, I could definitely get an improvement. So I asked for 9.5 million. I'd probably only I say 10 million. I'd probably only accept between 9 and 10 million for him, and that's pushing it slightly. I would like to get 10 plus million. And I instantly go for Lewandowski. I really need a striker, kind of in the situation that Chelsea are in at the moment. I know, yeah, we signed Eto'o and we got Torres and Bar, but Bar, you know, he's not my kind of player. He's kind of sluggish, in my opinion. I know he's strong and stuff, but he's kind of sluggish, not very fast, and I kind of like a pacey player. And then I put Torres in because, you know, if I was going to swap a player, I was probably going to use Lewandowski and Eto as my strikers. Eto on the bench, Lewandowski first team player. So I put in Fernando Torres and 18.7 million because I did the math and it came out as the right thing. Then I also thought I need another centre back because, you know, Terry, he is incredibly old. He's 32, only worth 4 million. So I thought, let's buy all of Borussia Dortmund, and I put in an offer of 10 million plus Terry for Neven Subotic. And yeah, I got no results back pretty much for any of my details. So I thought, okay, take out striker and defensive midfielder, I think I'm fine. And I'm just going to go for wing backs. I'm going to tone down these kind of things, just pacey and promising. And I think I end up getting... Actually, it'll be later in the video. So I basically just changed right back from first team quality, because the thing is with wing backs is I only really need pace, in my opinion. So I get another offer for Ramirez of 8.5 million. I'm like, they're probably not going to go any higher than that. So I'm just going to go ahead and reject that offer. Back onto wing backs, I only think I really need pace. You know, they don't really need to be good at passing or shooting or anything. Oh, and I get an offer for Petr Cech, 7 million from Everton. I'm like, no, I'm going to keep Petr Cech because I get Courtois back at the end of the season, I think. I'm not sure, I'll have to check that. So I'm going to keep Cech for a season. But we do put in another offer for Lewandowski. They wanted like 23 million for him, so I put in 20 million because I don't really think it was worth it. And for Subotic, I put in 13.5 million without Terry, and I try and sell Terry on his own. And yep, I got into contract stages with Lewandowski with insane wages, 150,000 a week for 3 years, which is, you know, it's a massive wage. And I also get another offer for David Luiz, 9 million from Spurs. I'm like, David Luiz is going to be one of my first team centre backs, and Dortmund really wanted 17.5 million, so I was like, okay, I'm going to put 15.5 in, that's kind of the max that I'm going to go. And I actually managed to sign Lewandowski, 20 million in Torres and 150,000 wages. They accept 15.5 million for Neven Subotic, so I put in his £100,000 wage that he wanted and get on with the next task. As you can see, as a right back option, I did get Luis Pedro Cavanda. Looks like a very good player. He is apparently extremely pacey, and his price is relatively small. And with a 4.8 million price, you can kind of guess he's going to be low 70s and have a potential of about, you know, 80, 81. And I also get Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is going to be a very exciting player in the future. I think he can grow very well, and they have a 3.7 million price tag, which I think is a massive steal. And they want about, I think they wanted something as well as Ivanovic. Actually no, I just put in the 4.8 million for Cavanda, and I try and sell Ivanovic elsewhere. We get an offer from Napoli for Demirbay, seeing as they sold their main man Cavani, and they say, okay, we're gonna pay 8.5. I'm like, I kind of want about, you know, about 10 million, and I'll be happy with that because I'll get about 9 million back off it. And then they actually say, they actually put in a 9.5 million. I'm like, yep, that's good enough. It's only 500,000 less. So I get into contract stages with Luke Shaw, a really, really small wage, which is very nice. And he's going to grow into an absolute star, I believe. And he's already quite tall, which is quite good. And then we also get into contract stages for Luis Pedro Cavanda, 40,000 a week, bit more expensive than Shaw. But then we get an offer from Olympic Lyon for Frank Lampard, 1.7 million. I did transfer list him because I kind of want to build for the future, try and get as many young players in the squad as possible. And we put in a 2 million counter offer. Now we've got a friendly against Rennes thing. And I must say, guys, around this time my it does freeze when I go into sim and match. So, but I think all the transfers that I've shown do actually happen. So we have another one against Mainz 05. And we win 3-0. So yeah, not really. You know, I was expecting to win the game. I wasn't really thinking, oh no, I'm not gonna win. But then we get nothing pretty much, and yeah. So scouts, not very helpful, but you know, not the end of the world. And I think, okay, I really need a striker, so I'll go and search for some. And I pretty much came up with nothing, so I basically just thought, Benteke. I'm going to need to get Benteke because I think Eto gets injured in one of the games. I might not have shown that. It might have been because of the crash that I forgot to show it. But yeah, Eto gets injured for about 2 months, and I think, you know, Eto is 31. I might as well get a new striker in the form of Christian Benteke, and he is an absolute monster on Ultimate Team, and I have a hunch he's going to be amazing in career mode. As you can see, they actually want 16.3 to 22.6, so I put in 10 million and Cole, but they obviously want 22 million for him, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to shell out some serious cash, so I leave Cole in, and I put it up to about 14.5 million, and say, okay, this is going to be one of my final offers, because, you know, he's not worth that much. And we get an offer from Borussia Dortmund for John Terry, and I want to get his worth, you know. He's worth for me. I know I get a little bit less, but getting that much is fine. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be one of my this is probably going to be my final offer for Christian Benteke, and I put 16.5 million in. And then we get into a game, and I think I actually have some live commentary for this, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy the game. Let's do this, guys. First game, first season. Very nice team, and we're going to do this, yeah. Look at that, first goal from Juan Mata. Right foot, look at that rubbish celebration, but you know, I like it. So, yeah, first goal from Juan Mata. Hull City just left their defence open, and it was an easy tap-in from Mata. Right, so it's half-time, and generally the game feels so... The players feel dumb, basically. They can't turn their own bodies quick at all, like... Players that are so agile, like Hazard, they can't turn at all. And players like Mata, they're just so bad at turning. I think the turning has been nerfed way too much in this game. Look at that through ball. And that finish, that was an insanely lucky goal. But a goal nonetheless, I guess. So far, Lewandowski not really seemed to be what I thought he was going to be, you know. I think his positioning's a bit rubbish at the moment, but once that's fixed, going to be a great player. Saying that I was slagging off Lewandowski, I think I need to learn how to play his kind of play style more. He's more of a give it to him, he'll run up the wing and cut in kind of player. Because look at that, that showed some strength, and that's what he's got, and what he's going to get. Okay, so that is the end of the game. You know, 2 90th-minute goals, you could say scripting, but they didn't feel like scripting, they felt like they could happen, you know. Lewandowski was... Yes. Okay, bye-bye. Right, so I think I need to learn how to use Lewandowski. I think his positioning needs to be, you know, slightly more back, so I can pass it to him. And he can make runs, that's what I need him to do, make runs. And, yeah, because that's my kind of play style. So that is the end of the game. I'm actually getting on to contract stages with Christian Benteke, and this is the end of the episode, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to leave a like down below. If you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do so. Hope you have enjoyed, guys. Goodbye.